Hello, everybody. My name is Dixie Fells, and I'm really excited for you to be here to learn about this opportunity on how it can create an extra stream of income for you. So, my name is Dixie Fells, and I live in the beautiful state of Colorado. As you can see, I have my beautiful family on screen. I have a family of six. I have been married to my sweetheart for 21 years, and we have been entrepreneurs for 20 years. Now, we are entrepreneurs in the long-term real estate, in land investments. I've been a financial strategist for multiple years. I still am. And I have been in network marketing. Network marketing is my bread and butter. I've been doing this for 20 years and absolutely love what I do and the impact that I can have. So I want to talk to you about the different types of income because there's many different ways that you can make an income in this world. But I want you to ask this question as we go through this. The real question is not how hard do you work, but what type of income are you building for? So there's three types of income. And the first one is linear income. This is your job. This is your career. This is your 9 to 5. But with linear income, you trade time for money. So when you don't clock in and you don't work, when you stop, the income stops as well. A lot of people do this. This is what we're taught in our American education. We are taught go to school, get a degree that costs $80,000. You come out, you get a career, and you're only making $50,000. And then if you don't work, you don't get paid. We all start here, but I want to talk to you about scaling and about growing and learning different types of income. So the second one is leveraged income. I love leveraged income. I've been doing this for 20 years. Leveraged income is where you build with people and systems and your effort multiplies. So ask yourself, would you rather have 100% of your effort, or would you rather have 1% of 100 men's effort? I know I would much rather impact more families with great services, impact their homes with increasing their financial income, and being rewarded as well. The third type is residual income. Residual income is something that you get paid. You create an income that continues to pay you over and over and over again for work that you did previously. So ask yourself, if your income depends on showing up every single day, clocking in and clocking out, or putting in the work, is that really freedom? What type of income do you want? I prefer to lay heavy on the leveraged income and the residual income, but I personally love to work with people. So I still do this with linear income as well. So your answer should be you want all three types of income. That's the smart way to do it. So I'm going to teach you how you can have linear, leveraged, and residual income with what we are doing here. I'm going to show you how to build a legacy with Legal Shield. Many of you might be like, I've heard of Legal Shield before, and that's right, because we are over 50 years old. We are stable, we are secure, we are debt-free, and we have a multitude of services for families that they need. Now, Legal Shield has created a comp plan that has blown my mind. I'm a very red personality. I love to know, one, is this service something that somebody needs? Two, is this compensation plan something that will help change the financial trajectory of the people that I'm helping build income online? And that is what we have here. So I want to tell you how Legal Shield got started, you guys. Legal Shield got started over 50 years ago from a personal accident. So the owner of the company, the founder of the company, found himself in a car accident. In that car accident, he was not the one at fault, but the person that was at fault decided to sue him. He had car insurance to cover the financials, but he had no legal services to help protect him from being sued by this person. So he wanted to create a network that is dedicated to people that can get access to the legal system. The legal system's not broke. It's just set up to where only those that have the extra income that can pay the high dollarly rate can afford it. So what he did is he took his vision and he created access to the legal system to make it justice and equal for everybody. So think about it as group health insurance that you get from your work. It's a whole group of people that are paying in order to get cheaper insurance. We do the same thing here with Legal Shield. You get this at a very low rate because we created it as a group legal access to the system. So now what does Legal Shield provide for you? Why is it so important that every home needs to have this? Now we have over 4.5 million homes that are protected by Legal Shield. You can see on here, you have unlimited consultations no matter what the issues may arise. Now, do you have a will? Did you know 80% of people do not have a will in place? What about a POA, power of attorney, if something was ever to happen and you could not vocally speak up and say, this is what I want done? Just these two alone, having unlimited consultations. Let's say that your neighbor is mad at you, somebody hits your mailbox. Maybe you're in a contract, right, that you don't understand. Your flight gets canceled and they're not going to do anything to remedy it. Maybe you live in an HOA and you're having issues, rental landlord issues. Maybe, you're going through a divorce. Or what about bullying, cyberbullying? That's huge right now. So you can look at this list. This is not an indefinite list. There's hundreds of ways that Legal Shield can protect you. But just by having a will put in place, this is worth it in all, because if you've never went to an attorney to get a will done, you're looking upwards of $1,500 for that will to be done once. And if you ever need to revise it, they're going to charge you again. But with Legal Shield, you get that will, you get the POA, and they will review it and edit every year if needed. But here's the kicker. This is not just for you. Legal Shield will cover you and everybody in your family. Now, Legal Shield, what it can do to help people online. I'm an online entrepreneur. And a couple of years ago, I had an issue where I left a company. The company tried telling me I'm not allowed to use my social media for a year to build any other company, even though I had been building for 13 years previous to coming to them. So they wanted to shut me down. Now, if you want to ask me what I would say that Legal Shield would be worth, I would say it would be worth 6 figures, because if I did not have Legal Shield in place, right, I got this cease and desist letter saying that I cannot use my social media. I cannot talk to anybody online about my new businesses, or they were going to sue me. Most people don't know their rights. And I want you to remember this. If you don't know your rights, you don't have any rights. So I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs that gave up the online space because they were scared of being taken to court because they had no representation and they didn't have the money to go spend thousands to get an attorney. All I did is I tapped the app on my phone, sent the letter over to my attorney in my state. They sent a letter over to the company and I never heard from them again. So to me, that protected me, because if I could not use my social for a year, that's a year's worth of income. That was 6 figures that they were going to shut me down from being able to be able to use my social media. So you guys, what can Legal Shield help with? Any issues that might come up, anywhere from trivial to traumatic. You guys, there's multiple stories. People that are overpaying on their cell phone bill, they use Legal Shield, they get that money refunded. We had somebody that took his shirt to a dry cleaner, got it, the dry cleaner ruined it, wouldn't pay it back. And guess what? He sent a letter over from his attorney and he got that paid back. So how much would you say that you think this is worth? Ask yourself, have you ever had any of these issues? Take a screenshot of this. The list goes on and on and on. And so if you even said yes to one of these, imagine having an attorney on speed dial on your phone through an app. So this is only $37.95 a month that protects you, your spouse, and all of the kids. This is absolutely worth it. So at Legal Shield, we only offer 2 services. We offer legal protection. Again, if you do not know your rights, you do not have rights. And then the second thing that we help with is we actually help you with another product that's called Identity Shield. Again, we have some other add-ons. You could see this. I'm not going to go into detail, but Legal Shield has a lot of different things for small business owners, gun right owners. Let's say that you have a CDL. But how do we do this? We have well-vetted attorneys that have over 20 years worth of experience. We're not using a new law student. And the way that we do this is we have over 4.5 million lives protected every single month. And what happens is we pay a monthly membership fee, right? $38 to protect your entire family. Well, what has been done with Legal Shield is we have created multi-million-dollar contracts with local attorneys in your state. So they are being paid for your service. So they value us. When we come in and we use them, they value us because they get paid. So we pay the provider firms a percentage of the monthly fees collected. So do the math, 4.5 million lives at a minimum of about $38 a month. These attorneys are being paid great money to take care of us. And so they take extremely good care of us. And then the second service that we offer is ID Shield. I want you to think about this. 1.3 million identity theft reports were filed just in 2024. What are the chances of your credit being stolen? And it's not just your credit, but it's your identity as well. I want you to look at this right here. The FTC received over 1.1 million identity thefts in 2024 alone. Did you know that 78% of Americans have had some type of identity theft or fraud? And 73% of adults have experienced online scams. You guys, we are in an online world. Your information is everywhere. You probably have your information scattered in over 100 different places. Think of the apps on your phone, your online banking, all of the websites you ever bought from, and you've entered your credit card information. But I want you to think about this. ID fraud does not judge. So if you have kids, this is going to protect your kids as well. And I want you to look at this statistic. 1 in 50 children experience identity theft every year. Over 1 million kids a year are affected by this. And about over 50% of identity theft is with kids that are under the age of 12. And why is that? Because kids don't need to use their credit until they turn 18, 19, 20 years old. So for years, the thieves will be out there using your kids' credit because it will go undetected. What this helps with is not just that, but it's a credit score tracker. It will help with all of the 3 credit bureau monitoring and alerts. It's going to monitor your social media accounts. And if you ever end up in an issue with some fraudulent stuff being put on your account, your identity stolen, you are going to have a fully licensed private investigator that's going to help you. You could look at this recovery list. If you had to do this on your own, you would spend countless hours. So the real burden isn't knowing that you've been breached. It's the hours spent on calls, filing forms, trying to repair all the damage that's been done. You guys, this isn't paranoia. It happens all the time. But here's something that's really different about ID Shield. I know a lot of people are like, oh, my bank monitors me and my company monitors me. You guys, the majority of people, all they do is monitor and alert. They monitor and alert, but they don't help repair. So it's like having your fire alarm go off, right? Think of this. Your fire alarm goes off, but it's only to alert you that there's a fire in the house. It's up to you to call the firefighters, hope that they get here in time for them to get that fire put out. This is like having the fire alarm and the firefighters all at your call if you ever have an issue, right? So make sure that you have a firefighter system as well, not just somebody to alert you. Because what ID Shield is going to do is we're going to help find it, we're going to monitor it, and we are going to restore it. So we're going to find where the data was exposed. We're going to monitor for misuse and restore if anything ever happens. We're not just going to tap you on the shoulder and say, sorry, our data has been breached. Your stuff might be out on the dark web. Now you got to go figure out how to protect it. We're going to help you. So the question here about identity theft, it's no longer if it happens to you, but when it happens to you. And you guys, this alone can protect you, your spouse, and your entire family. And this is actually only going to cost you $34.95 a month. So now let's go ahead and talk about the income side of this, because you're interested in the product. You're interested in making an income. If you have questions, you can reach out on more details on how this can protect you. But I want you to look at this. The power of part-time with what we do here at Legal Shield is if you help protect 4 families a month with the Family ID plan and the Family Legal plan that we just talked about, they pay $73 for that membership a month to protect their entire family. If you help 4 people a month, you can make anywhere from $320 all the way up to over $2,000. And I'll show you the money side of it in a minute. But if you think about duplication, right? Remember I said, do you want 100% of your own effort or 1% of 100 men's effort? Right? We want to build that leveraged income. So we want to build the team so that you can help them change their financial home and be rewarded for helping others. If you help just 25 people do the same thing, helping 4 families a month, you can earn over $120,000 a year. So let me show you the money on how this works. This is the easiest way to show you what is possible in here. When anybody partners with me, you are considered an associate. An associate level based off of the two plans we talked about, the family legal plan and the family ID plan. It's a $73 plan that you're helping families protect their entire home from any legal issues, from any identity issues. You help one family, you're going to get paid $80. If you can see my cursor here, you'll get paid $80 for every single person that you help. But let's say that you rank up, right? It's just like corporate America. You can move up on the ladder. You can move your titles. As a senior associate, you can make $100 for that same plan, that same $72 plan. And you'll see here, you can make anywhere from $80 all the way up to $416 for that same preferred legal and ID Shield plan. This is all linear income, right? This is based off of your personal sales. So you can make anywhere, you can give yourself a raise at any time. But let me explain something to you that makes sense. Did you know hitting manager only requires you to have 300 in premium sales for the month? How is it that you only need 300 in premium sales to hit manager and you can make $132 per person? We can go into detail on the compensation plan if this is something that you love to talk about, but I'm not going to give all the details here. I just want to show you how possible it is to make $80 per client that you're serving up to $416 per client. But let's say that you say, hey, Dixie, I don't want just linear income. I want leveraged income. I want to build a team. I want to help other people, where there is great override here as well. So if you look at this, our goal is to get you to director as quick as possible, right? So let's say that you come in, I help you get to director. You're making $246 now for every person you help personally with this regular preferred legal and ID Shield plan. We start growing your team, and let's say you have an associate on your team that sells one of those plans. They make $80. You get the overrides of the 20 plus the 32 plus the 46 plus the 68. That's roughly $166. You get an override for helping somebody on your team sell a plan, right? But now let's say you have this team that's growing and you're a director and you have somebody on your team that's a manager and they bring on an associate that makes a sale. That associate will make $80 for their sale. This manager is going to make these overrides of $20 and $32, but they're still on your team. And because there's not a senior director or a senior manager between you and that manager, you will make the $46 override and the $68 override. Now, I know this may not make sense because it's a very quick overview. I can show you in depth how this works, but what I'm saying is the majority of people that partner with us is we teach you right off the bat how to get to manager. You help 3 people partner with you. You have a total of 300 in premium sales, which is nothing. You can immediately make a comma check. Most people make that comma check within 4 to 5 days. I made that comma check in 2 days. So why our team, you guys? We have all of the services. We have AI, we have onboarding, we have the systems. We are the fastest growing team in Legal Shield. You can see here some of our mentors that we work directly with. Brittany made $130,000 since November. Melissa made $350,000 since October. You guys, that's 3 months, 3 to 4 months. We have all the systems and tools to help you scale. We have 24/7 AI onboarding and tools. Duplication, we have momentum. You can see these images here. These are the systems that only our team has access to. This was built specifically for us, and we are getting ready to run our first 1K. This is a private coaching sprint, which is going to teach you how to make 1K in 10 days. So time is of the essence. If you are interested, we need to get you in before we start that private coaching session. You guys, you're not peddling products. You're not dealing with inventory. At the end of every month, your volume's not getting wiped out. What you sell this month is going to carry over to the next month, over and over and over again. We're talking about compounding income. You get paid daily. We give away 5 full vacations every month just for doing the work that's going to help you grow your business. Your ranks are permanent, you guys. We just put $100 million back into the comp plan to make this even, more beneficial for you. And you guys, we have add-on supplements. We can go into more details on our one-on-one if you are ready to enroll. But start your business, become independent, work a flexible business. It gives you more income opportunities. Like I said, it's going to give you leveraged income, right? It's going to give you residual income. And this business, you guys, is a willable business, meaning you can pass it on to your kids, your grandkids. So if you were interested, it is very important for you to get in touch with us immediately because we do a placement. That placement means as soon as you come in, you have the opportunity to leverage all the growth that we're creating because we place people under you while you're building the other part of your business. So now that you've seen this overview, you might only be interested as a member, you might be interested as an associate, and you get to pick your path. Everybody should be leaving this presentation knowing that they need to be protected and at least become a member. But if you want to become a member and impact other people, you need to be an associate with us. Let us help you get started. Let us show you how to make life-changing income by impacting families. So with that, you guys, get back to the person who invited you here. Tell them you are ready to enroll right away.